All right, welcome back. We are going to take a quick look at how we're going to string our bracelet today. And in doing that, again, I'm going to use our lifesavers. So very simply, I'm going to string these up and pretend that these lifesavers are beads and pretend that the pink string is our cordage. I am not going to make this into an actual bracelet. I'm just going to use this as a demo. But you'll see as I do this how this works. And if you like, I guess you can always make one of your own with a lifesaver or any other delicious hold candy. All right, now for the sake of things, while this may not be an actual bracelet for myself, this will function well enough for you to understand what it is we're going to be doing. So I have now completed this string of beads, or lifesavers as they are. And what I'm going to do now is bring my loose end and run this back through all of these beads once again. This might be a little bit difficult without a beading needle. A little bit of patience. Okay, so this is sort of like what I was showing you earlier today, was how this is strung through once, but if you were to break this apart, you would actually see that there are two separate strings that go through this bracelet because we doubled them up. What that's going to do is give us a lot more strength in our bracelet. The next step for this piece then would be to knot this off. So I have two really long tails on this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my overhand knot, which is a simple like tie your shoe knot. So I'm going to run across these. And I'm going to bring this behind the other one through the hole, and I'm going to bring this down and secure it tight. Now I want to make sure that I'm not making this too tight to where it's clogging up these beads, but I will make this somewhat tight, snug. You'll get a little bit of finesse and you'll feel it out. You'll see that this is above the other string. So there's one string that goes through and then there's another knot on top of it. I'm going to take a second overhand knot. And what this is going to do is allow us to cinch down. Whoop, lost a few random beads there. This is going to allow us, let me back it up. We have our single knot there, our first overhand knot. Now we're going to do our second. This is going to make a unified knot. Oops. There we go. So that actually makes what we would know as a knot right on top of it. But you still see that this is separate from the other strand that goes through, right? So if you look at it, we have this knot on top and then this strand underneath it that actually runs back through it again. And what we want to do is we want to cinch those all together. So with this knot like this, I'm going to take one of these tail ends, wrap it underneath and around both of those loops, and I'm going to do one more knot. So I'll come around here and I will tie this off, and that should secure both of those lines together. I have a total of 3 overhand loops or knots in there, and now I have these 2 long, really long ties. What you can do is you can run these back through a couple, like let's just go 2. Run this back through 2 on the other side, and this will help hide the knot a little bit so that your bracelet doesn't look like it has a giant knot in it. And once you run this through, once you run that through and tighten it up really well, you can open this back up, take some of your E6000, dab a little bit of glue on there, let it set, come back in with your scissors, clip these off like so. And before you know it, you have yourself a very secure, nice little lifesaver bracelet. So again, this would be with cordage as the pink line, and the lifesavers would be my beads. But I hope that that gives you a better understanding of what we're going for as we do our double elastic bead bracelet.